Sunday Ticket. I'm going to peel back the curtain and tell you what I've done. And this was not an inexpensive project on my part, but I have been very disappointed with the coverage of the Sunday Ticket trial. And yes, in hindsight, should I have gone to LA for 4 weeks? I don't know. It would have been hard to do PFT Live from LA. I would have had to be in LA, all due respect to LA. I don't want to be in LA unless and until I have to be there for the Super Bowl or some other work assignment. So to make up for the fact that I wasn't there, I got the whole transcript. I had to buy it. Wasn't cheap. But I got in touch with the court reporter, and one thing led to another, and I've got the entire transcript. So I'm figuring out what to do with it. I'm thinking about just reading it one day at a time and writing stories based on whatever is gathered from day 1, day 2, day 3. I mean, it wasn't covered in real time the way it should have been. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to take this transcript and say, okay, here's day 1. Here's what happened in court today. Here's what I picked up that I think might be significant, because we were deprived of that kind of blow-by-blow coverage of the case. We know how it ends, but man, what a ride to get there. And obviously, knowing that the verdict went the way it did, it will cause me to be on the lookout for things that the jury got right, things that the jury got wrong, and areas where maybe there's an opening for the judge to throw the case out. And remember, July 31 is the hearing at which the judge will take up the NFL's motion for judgment as a matter of law. So as we continue our PFT Live hiatus, and as I get through the last couple of weeks of the slow time, you know what my project is now going to be? And I'm going to be at the beach next week, but I'm going to take my laptop with me, and I'm going to try to do one day at a time, each day of trial, read the transcript, take notes, write something, synthesizing, harmonizing, and otherwise sermonizing on the events of the day, and we'll take it all the way through until the verdict. So that's my project. And I'm writing the check now, just like the NFL and unsatisfactory job performance. I'm writing the check now, and I'm going to have to cash it. And I would suspect that if I don't, NBC could say that I engaged in unsatisfactory job performance. Although NBC hasn't given me this assignment. They never give me any assignments. They license all of our content. So NBC, I'm making the public vow to read this transcript one day at a time and to write something at PFT as if the case was happening now, so we can get that insight, especially with that July 31 date looming, when quite possibly the judge is going to decide, even if it's probably not a matter that's ruled upon from the bench on the 31st, but that's the moment where, as the judge exit like Wapner at the People's Court, he'll come back with a ruling. Not 5 minutes later, could be 5 weeks later, but that's the next key date, July 31. So we'll try to get all that done. And look, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in this, but you should be, because this verdict against the NFL of $4.7 billion multiplied by 3. And remember, if judgment is entered, it automatically will be multiplied by 3, more than $14 billion. That is something that is not going to be easy for the NFL to pay. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.